Good day, everyone. My name is Georgina White, and I'm going to be your facilitator for Technology 4014, Technology and the Environment. This video is just going to give you a brief introduction of the core shell and the content of the shell. I'm just going to walk you through some of the first steps. So this course is going to be a broad overview of exactly the name, technology and the environment. So technology has profoundly shaped our society, our economy, the environment. It causes many environmental and social problems, but it also provides us with some solutions in solving those problems. So sometimes it's always a catch-22 when it comes to technology development, deployment, technology transfer, diffusion. So this course is going to kind of walk us through some of the sustainable and renewable technologies. Also, it kind of takes a look at some of where we have been and hopefully where we will be going to. So this is your course shell. Some people may be quite familiar with online learning, and others this may be your first course. So basically, every core shell should kind of look similar. Along the top ribbon here, you're going to see your course home, content, communications, where you will find your discussions, and your assessments, where you will find like your drop boxes for your assignments. So as you can see, the home page here, this is basically a little welcome and first steps. So this is going to walk you through the process. So the very first thing, hopefully you're watching right now, is the introduction video. One of the things that I would note about this course is that it is a 13-week course. However, if you're completing it during Intersession, it is condensed into 6 weeks. So it will move along at an increased pace. You will be expected to do discussions weekly and participate with your classmates for full participation marks. And we also do have a course textbook. It's an ebook. However, it is optional, so it is completely up to you if you would like to purchase this. The text, I do have a good summary in our course content, and I will be referring to outside internet links to kind of walk through the content. I am in the process of updating that textbook, so completely optional for your purchase. Okay, down here you're going to see some updates as they come available. For example, if people are posting to the discussion. Over here to your right, you're going to see your course schedule. So I have all the important dates of your course updated here. So please make sure that you follow along accordingly with the schedule. Okay, so your course content. So the very first thing you can do here is click on your course content, and it's actually going to take you into your Brightspace shell. The welcome and first steps, very same as what was posted on the front page. This facilitator ones gives you a little bit of background on myself. Okay, your course outline is listed here with your objective and your evaluation. So for example, if I clicked on my course outline, you could toggle through the information here. So it gives you a little bit of description, the evaluation breakdown, the optional textbook, and some of the topics that we will be covering throughout the course. So you can either go back to your table of contents here, or you can toggle through the information here with your arrows up in the top right. So your evaluation. So your discussions for the course is going to be worth 20% of your overall grade. So I have some generic guidelines here, and I will be posting them throughout the course as well. I do stay active within the discussions. So what I normally do is I'll comment on some people. I'll try to keep people on topic if need be, but I kind of let the discussions be the class discussions unless you have specific questions for me. Once the discussions close, so for example, if your discussion close on a Sunday night, then I will then go in and I will grade those discussions on a Monday or Tuesday, and I will have feedback back to you within a few days. So your participation mark will be known throughout the course so that you guys can improve on that if need be. Okay. You have an individual assignment that are worth 15%. So this is a journal critique. So this, I will also be providing more details throughout the course, but I basically list out what I want here, and there are 3 articles for you to choose from. So you can pick which article interests you, and then you can go basically through the critique. I do have a guidelines here. Please take a look at any of about the details here, and then let me know if you have any questions and I can clarify those. There will be a group assignment with this course, so you will be placed into groups. And you get to choose from one of these following topics. I understand that group assignments can be a struggle often through online learning. However, it is a good way to ensure people can work together. As some of you are already out in the work field, or many of you are still in school, you're often placed in situations where you have to learn to work with others. So one of the things that I do find helpful is that I do have discussions already set up for each group, and only your group has access to those discussions, so you can feel free to use them right away. That being said, I know a lot of students like to use Google Docs for editing and compiling their information for papers. So whatever tools you want to use to assist you in that group assignment, feel free to use it. If there are any issues when completing that assignment, please let me know. I do a group participation feedback rubric that I will send out to you, so you can provide me with information, for example, if someone is not pulling their weight with their assignment. Okay. The next assignment after your group assignment is the annotated bibliography. This assignment is key because it's the stepping stone to your term paper. So the topic that you choose for your term paper, which are listed below, will also be the topic for your annotated bibliography. So here I get you guys to pick at least 5 sources and do a little summary of the resources, comment on the author's credibility, and let me know the relevance to your term paper. So by the time you get to your term paper, you already have 5 of the 10 resources that I've already that I require. So your term paper, the topics are listed here. However, I do say you are able to submit your own topic for approval by week 7. So if neither one of these topics are of interest to you, and you have a technology that you would like to research, or you have something with regards to more specific with regards to climate change that you're interested in, anything at all, just submit it to me with kind of like a little bit of a summary or some key points that you would like to research, and that shouldn't be a problem. Then I have some references with regards to your APA documentation. So throughout the course, we will be using APA documentation. So these are some great resources. MUN also has some links here, and it's little videos and how-to guides. Please make sure that you are following APA documentation and the referencing format, because that's what I will be grading you by. Okay, so that is how you're going to be evaluated. So if you kind of skip through here, your evaluation schemes are you're not a secret. I do have all the rubrics posted. I do have your course schedule and due dates are listed here. So for example, week 1, the very first thing that you should do is your introduction post and discussion number 1 post. Your first individual assignment is due on May 24th in this case. And you can kind of walk through and make sure. So these are the discussion forums when they're due. They will be due on Sundays because it's the end of the week, as well as your assignments will be due then as well. So if you toggle through your information here, I think the next section what we're going to get to is some of the grading rubrics. So for example, how will I mark your discussions? So you can click on your discussion marking rubric, and this will be how I mark you. Okay, so the criteria, basically, have you made it in a timely fashion? Are they thoughtful? Are you responding to others? I do require you to at least, so you make one post and then you discuss with at least two other students. So in total, you should have at least three posts. One is your initial answer to the discussion, and then two posts to your fellow classmates. So if I go back to your table of contents here now, I'm going to just show you what a weekly learning guide looks like before I show you your discussion and the assessment. So for example, if you want to get right into the content, each week will have a learning guide. So you just click on the learning guide here, and it kind of provides you with some of the information that I want you to walk through. So I have your learning objectives listed here. Talking about reading the text or the course notes which are provided, some videos, participate in your discussion, okay, and then browsing some of these suggested web links that I had found to assist for those who do not have the course text. Okay, so if you toggle through that learning guide, the next thing you're going to see is your actual course notes. So the course notes are just a PowerPoint. So I have them as a viewable PowerPoint, which you would view like the slides like this, but I also have them as for those people who wish to print out information. I'm not sure if there's many of you left, but I do have some printables that actually have 2 slides per page if you wish to print them. Okay, so your discussions. How do you do your discussions? So each week you will be asked to participate in a discussion, and that's found under the Communication tab. Now the Communication tab has some important things. First, I mentioned about groups. If you need to know which group you're found in, group 1 to 10, you just click on the groups and it will take you to your assigned group, and you will see your other classmates that are within that group. So you can make contact then with the group within the discussions. Okay. Here is your discussion. So you click on Communications and Discussions, and all of the course discussions are listed here. One of the things I will get you to take note of is that all of your course discussions, will close. Okay, so general information and questions, feel free to post throughout the course. Any questions, I'll always be responding. Here's your introduction to introduce yourself to your classmates and to me. And here are your module discussions. So for example, you have until May 17th at midnight Newfoundland time to post to this discussion. After that, you will not be able to post to the discussion forum. Okay, the reason being is that I like to keep everyone on track, myself included. So once a discussion is closed, that means that I can then go in and read through your discussion and your participation, and I can grade it accordingly. So when the discussion closes, I can then provide you feedback. So you'll notice that there's 8 modules. Each one will have a discussion. Okay. Some modules are longer than others. For example, module 6, you're normally given 2 weeks to discuss. Okay. And when you scroll down, you'll see your group work discussion. So this is where you will use your groups. So you'll notice that these will have restrictions. So for example, if you're in group 1, you will be able to post to group 1 or group 4 or group 5, but you won't be able to post to other groups or see the other groups. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you here is your assessments. So with regards to submitting, you have to go under assessments and assignments. So under here is where you would actually submit your work. You can submit your journal critique assignment, which I have the due date posted here, the group assignment, so you'll choose one person in your group to submit, and you'll have your annotated bibliography. So these are all here with your due date as well as your term paper. Okay. So basically this is where you submit. I would prefer if you submitted a PDF document, or you could do Word or PDF. Just make sure when you submit your name is included in the file, because that's pretty normal now. And what will happen is that each one of these will be given feedback digitally. So I have my rubrics linked in here. So once the due date is closed, I normally aim to have feedback back to students within 1 week. So if you submit something and you do not get feedback back within 1 week, please contact me. Something may have gone within the system. So I really try to stay on top of correcting as much as I want you guys to stay on top of your deadlines. I try my best to stay up on top of mine as well. Okay, so that pretty much covers the basics for Tech 4014. If you have any questions throughout this semester, please contact me using the course email up here. Okay, so feel free to email me through Brightspace, or for quicker contact, I should say, is georgina.white@mi.mun.ca, as the Outlook then goes directly to my phone. So for example, if you have a question on a Friday night, I may not be logged on to Brightspace, so feel free to use my mi.mun.ca account. That way it'll go to my phone and I should be able to respond a little quicker. So that's it for me. I hope everybody has a great semester. I know we have some challenging times with having to stay home and no face-to-face and that kind of thing. But the good thing about this course is that it was already all prepped for online learning, so we shouldn't have any issues. I'm here if you have any questions, so feel free to contact me at any point. And thank you, and enjoy the course.